she looks like a bat out of hell. Angry, the typical stereotypical angry Black woman right now for all the wrong reasons that she doesn't even have to be.
Is she planning to attend his memorial service in Arizona? Was she asked to speak, or did she ask to be a part of the program? Why would I ask to be a part? Like this is obviously Erika is in like full control. I would hope she's in full control, but I don't know because I'm hearing some stories about donors that are pushing.
She badmouthed Erika Kirk, badmouthed Trump, badmouthed the memorial service. I mean, the list goes on.
I'm hearing about the pressure that's even happening with planning this event. And nope, you're right. You got me. I was not invited to speak alongside President Trump and JD Vance on the stage with Tucker Carlson at a memorial event. There's this memorial thing in Arizona, which is not a funeral. It's a memorial event. Okay. That is, by the way, in large part, from what I understand, being controlled by the White House. Trump is controlled by Zionists. So they're like baiting me here. Why would I be invited by anyone in Trump's Zionist administration as I am speaking about topics that I am speaking? It's common sense. They're not going to allow me to share the stage, right? Oh, Mike, well, are you speaking? Are you one of the 5 people that's speaking at this event? No, I'm not. And guess what? That's not going to stop me from looking into this and understanding what exactly is that happened. You're trying to make us move on.
She's questioning whether Erika Kirk has control over the memorial service.
Okay.
The whole week, she has been insinuating that Charlie Kirk, when he was alive, and now after he has died, is being controlled by donors. What does that mean? That means basically that they're not really who they say they are.
Yeah. No. I got that part. I just wanted that one line because I thought she was just saying, I hope Erika is in control. So I hear what you're saying there. I got it. But let me sum it up with this. When I watched that again, oh my gosh. Candace, she looked, or she at least came across, she was upset that she's not invited and or on the platform sharing the stage. I think she's upset. And her little digs, I get more angry now that the more I'm seeing Candace now, particularly in this time, because it's utterly disrespectful. Even talking about a sense of decency, I would never have thought that she would go to this length to thumb her nose, to take digs, to demean, to just insinuate, make all these allegations, particularly at this time. I think she is adding to their grief, their pain, that I don't know. I'm just saying it's compounding their grief.
I think Shelley's absolutely right. I think Candace is feeling left out. I think that she feels like this was her friend and they spent some quality time and they built this organization, and she's kind of been, pushed out to the side. Now, some of that I get that she was just being snarky about her not sharing the stage with Trump and JD and all of that. However, that's something that you don't say publicly. You just kind of push forward. Yeah, no, I'm not speaking at his memorial service, and just leave it alone. But there's something about this situation that maybe we don't know yet that's causing her to want to poke every bear that she runs into. Because there's not been a person that she hasn't had a fight with since the incident happened, since Charlie was assassinated, right? She has poked the bear at every single body. So maybe there was an ask that she made that was, denied, and she's feeling some kind of way. And we don't know that. And there's a great chance we probably will never know it. It's probably embarrassing to her, and that's why she's not said it. But someone on this woman's team has got to get her together. Someone has got to say, okay, time out. Enough is enough. You'll go. She can get footage. She can sit in the stands like everybody else. I'm sure they offered her a VIP ticket. She can go and have a great time. But what can't happen is that she can't disparage everybody else who's grieving just to make herself feel bigger. And that's how she comes across. Like she's not, quote unquote, in competition with Erika and grieving, but no one is paying enough attention to how hard she's grieving is the way that she's coming across. And it is disgusting. I get he was your friend. He was a friend to a lot of people, right? A lot of people. Charlie was very popular among conservatives. However, you're the only one that's making this about you. And that has to stop.
Yeah. You know what, Nicole, as far as Erika, let me say it this way. I've been thinking about this. I hope, my prayer is that she's not in control. And what I mean by that is that I hope she has plenty of people, all of her staff taking care of her, loving her, protecting her, covering her. That's what I hope, so that she can grieve, have the time to grieve. I didn't even want her to be the CEO for that reason. I just think that my mind is, I want her to grieve. I want her to have time. She had very young children, right? I don't want her to have to be tied up to be a CEO and all this of a board. I understand that's her husband. I get that part. I'm just saying from a grieving,
from a human standpoint, yes, you want to give her some time.
Yeah, and I didn't want her to be CEO for that reason. Yes,
I think what's going to happen is they're going to give her as much time as she needs, and Turning Point will run itself. Do you know what I mean? But the thing about when you lose your husband and having your family and his family and friends, they do come in, and many hands make light work. However, she's still the mother of 2 children under the age of 4, and I'm sure her daughter is, where's daddy? It's hard for her to fathom. So imagine from her daughter's perspective. Again, that's a horror that she's going to relive throughout the course of her life. With all of that said, the last damn thing she needs is Candace pitching a hissy fit because she didn't get what she wants. And it just lying. Yes, it just comes across so poorly. Again, Candace is smart and capable and all these other things. It just seems like she's lost a touch of her humanness.
She's lost a touch of her humanness, and she's gained money. This is about money and clicks, folks. We lost Charlie Kirk, and now she is using the connection she had with him several years ago, and she's trying to take advantage of it in clicks. And she's already really pushed this whole pro Hamas thing, and she's gained followers on the left from that. She's gained pro Hamas followers. I personally know people who are leftists who now watch Candace Owens. So she still has a small amount of conservatives who still watch her, and also people who are anti-Zionist, anti-Israel. And then she now has garnered the left. She's garnered people who are pro-Hamas. So she's actually grown her audience, and she needs to, because just as we mentioned this week, she major news dropped about the defamation suit. So she, as we know, she came out and said that she would not dismiss this case. She came out on Tucker Carlson's show.
I think they're banking on us dismissing it. I think one of two options.
What does that mean?
You can at first file to dismiss the case because you're going, hi, we have the First Amendment right. This is crazy. It's coming from Paris. I mean, like, why on earth would we honor this at all? Secondly, it's like, are we really going to allow the French president to come in here and like stifle my right to speech? I think they want us to dismiss it.
So you're not going to try to have the case dismissed?
I certainly do not want to have the case dismissed.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I've never heard that
we're having these discussions.
Guys, I just want to linger on this for a moment, having been around a lot of lawsuits. I've never heard anybody say, I don't want a well-funded case against me to be dismissed.
It's how I feel. And the reason that I feel that way, truly, amazing. Tucker, is because
you're being serious.
Is so much bigger.
Was not going to dismiss the case. She wanted everything to be said in media, out in the open, so she could lay the Macrons to bear. She wanted everything out. Now she has filed to dismiss the Macron defamation lawsuit. She filed a legal motion this week asking a Delaware court to dismiss a defamation lawsuit brought against her by French President Emmanuel Macron. The case comes from an 8-part series aired between January and February, of course, where she made repeated claims about Brigitte Macron's background, later became the focus of a lawsuit filed in July. So now she is dismissing it. Her legal team is asking for it to be thrown out on 3 grounds: lack of governance, expiration of France's statute of limitations, and the legal doctrine of forum non-convenience, which discourages action in court with little connection to the dispute. So she is trying to get out of it, folks. She is trying to get out of it. And this actually comes also came out on the same day that Brigitte Macron came out and said that they are prepared to provide evidence, literally, figuratively. You can touch it, you can smell it, you can grab it, take hold of it, that she has a big fat vagina. All right.
I saw that one coming. I was like, "Oh God, KJ."
Oh yeah.
Remember when Candace was on Piers Morgan a few weeks ago, and Piers basically said that what if all they had to do is go to court and bring blood work to show that she
the DNA test.
It's all over. It's game over. And she kind of deflected that because she kept saying at that time, "Well, no, Piers, that I asked them to provide pictures and they never did. If they would have done all that, why didn't they do it then?" But because they're going to court, they're suing you. I find it very interesting. Number one, legally, most people, if your lawyer doesn't present for you to dismiss a case, that's a sort of a what do you call it, negligence or whatever your duties are. So lawyers will do that. I get it. Number one. Number two, Brigitte Macron and her husband, I think they're going to wipe the floor with Candace. Now, they might use Macron's penis to wipe the floor because Bridget doesn't have one, maybe. But Kansas is going to get smacked with something. I think.
So I agree with you both. I will just say this. Someone in the chat said that Candace is getting really good at being petty. She's been petty for a very, very, very long time. But with that said, I think this case is costing her a lot more than she thought it was going to cost. I think to a large degree, her kind of shifting back to her leftist ways. Maybe January, February, I look forward to her, declaring herself a libertarian so that she can continue to grift from the left, the right, and the center. So,
yeah, well, she's totally done with Trump. Yeah. She's totally done.
She called him a Zionist today.
Yeah, she called him as Zionist. She's called him all kinds of names recently. Said she regretted voting, getting people to vote for him. I mean, the list goes on.
Nicole, to your point, I think I mentioned this to KJ earlier. I don't think Candace cares about being labeled as a conservative or a libertarian. I don't think that is real. I really don't think she cares about that either one way or the other now. So her growing her channel, I think she said 5 million something people now, at least in the last, I don't know how many millions in the last couple of weeks, but I don't think she wants to be and or is even claiming to be a part of any quote unquote movement anymore,
except for Catholic. She's hard on the Catholic,
and she slammed Protestants this week too. Evangelicals, she slammed evangelicals. She slammed Protestants. At this point, I don't even understand why Christians listen to her. I really don't. She has a really nasty taste in her mouth for evangelicals, for Protestants. She does not believe our religion is the true religion, and she has slammed us all week long. But she loves Andrew Tate. She loves Muslims, and radical Islam is the number one persecutor of Christians in the world, and she's coming for evangelicals, Protestants, and Jews, the Abrahamic religions. So
yeah, she's a mess. I just wish she would turn some of that frenetic energy onto the case of this young man and how he was radicalized, because I'm not going to say his name, the monster that shot Charlie, how he got radicalized. There are people who are saying that things don't add up. This is her moment to take all of that Candace-ness and throw it at something positive, but instead she's too busy counting her microaggressions. It's a bad look. I just really hope that it wears off soon.
It's a shame. It's a terrible shame because she's acting like the left is. We just went through the videos of the left trying to say that, trying to push away from what really happened here, radical trans ideology, that's what's killed, what's assassinated, or was behind the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And she's doing the same thing. she just the Jews are somehow implicated. It's something else. It's not who was there. And this is again giving the left ammunition to take the scent off of the case. It's disgraceful. And I was talking to Shelly about this earlier. We were watching Brandon Tatum's live on Instagram last night, and he brought up a good point. He was like, once they found the alleged shooter, it kind of took some pressure off of Charlie Kirk's family and friends, because they were all worried that this person was still at large and could come after for, God forbid, Erika Kirk, Brandon Tatum, whoever else was around him. So, they were all really scared and just stressed prior to the police finding the alleged shooter. Now she's trying to start all this conspiracy and going along with the left with saying it's, not this radical trans ideology. And it's just making things worse. And the man has not even been buried yet.
I know.
I was a huge fan when she first came out, but as soon as she got linked up with Kanye West, I don't know what she is sniffing, smoking, injecting, whatever he is giving this woman.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly, it has allegedly turned her rotten. Okay, I mean, I don't know what's next. I don't know what's next, folks.
Well, apparently she's going to be hanging out with him. She said for the memorial, that's how she's going to memorialize Charlie Kirk this weekend. Since she's not going to the memorial and she's not invited, she's going to listen to Power. I think that's the name of the song. She's going to listen to Power and go hang out with Ye. That's what she said on her.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So she got Ye on one side and she got Andrew Tate on the other. Wonderful role models for Christians, conservatives. Okay, goodness. All right.